All right, y'all. So I want to take a look at this video from CNBC talking about why dollar store stocks across the nation are starting to plummet. Rather, why dollar stores across the nation are starting to see dips in revenue. Now, it's kind of complicated. There's a lot that goes into this, but I'll give y'all my short answer. The short answer is that because of inflation, everything in the dollar store ain't a dollar anymore, right? So it's the dollar store is starting to not be the dollar store anymore, right? Now, before this, I reviewed the brand new Forbes 30 under 30 list that dropped, right? Y'all should be able to go watch that video before this video is published. Or rather, that video should have been published before this video is going live, so y'all should go watch it. But I said in that video, and Forbes actually made a claim that backed up my claim. Let me see. I'm gonna actually show you guys because I don't still have the tab open. Hold on, give me a second to open the tab. I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so this is what I was talking about. So what I tell everybody and what I'm telling y'all right now, what I said in the last video, is that in 2024, going into 2025, and the foreseeable future, the winners are gonna be made by two means, either AI and automation or personal brand. If you're not leaning into either full automation or fully humanizing your business, leaning into the human aspect of your business, you're gonna lose. You can't be anywhere in the middle. You have to be on either of the extremes. And Forbes substantiates half of my claim because they say they had to alter the list. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight this for y'all to see. And this year we're changing the way we list them. Every company right here, every company is a tech company now. Meaning all of the major companies on the Forbes 30 under 30 list are leaning into automation and tech somehow. If they're not leaning into that, then they're the Jason Tatums and Bobby Althoffs, the people who have an insane personal brand, who are, have some kind of celebrity about them. But anyways, let's go back to the topic at hand, the Dollar General topic. So you may ask, how does my AI and automation or personal brand rule, how can that apply to the dollar store, right? And to that, I answer, it can apply to any store the same way it applies to Chick-fil-A, right? Chick-fil-A, when you think of Chick-fil-A, you don't think of the perfect chicken sandwich, even though that's all they sell at Chick-fil-A is chicken sandwiches, tenders, and nuggets, right? You don't think of the perfect chicken sandwich. Chick-fil-A didn't even win the chicken sandwich wars a couple of years ago during COVID, during the pandemic. If you want the best chicken sandwich objectively by sales numbers, you're gonna go to Popeyes, right? Popeyes is the ones that won the chicken sandwich wars, but Chick-fil-A is thriving and will continue to thrive for however long, for probably forever, because when you think of Chick-fil-A, you don't think of chicken sandwiches. When you think of Chick-fil-A, the first thing that pops in your head is not even an image of food, it's the words, my pleasure, right? So I think the dollar stores, Dollar General, Family Dollar, and the Dollar Tree, I almost think they need a rebrand. Like, we got people out here like Jaguar rebranding in the complete wrong direction. I think the dollar stores need a rebrand, and they need to focus on the more community aspect of the business, being that the majority of these are located in more like rural areas as like a budget option. But enough of, my opinion. Let's go ahead and hop into this video. I'll pause it throughout. We're not going to get through the whole thing, but I'll pause it throughout just to give y'all a little bit more context and add my 2 cents into the conversation.
Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and Family Dollar are the three largest brands in the space. Dollar Tree owns both Family Dollar and its namesake brand. In fiscal 2023, the two companies brought in nearly $70 billion in combined revenue. All three brands have thousands of stores across the country, but target very different areas and demographics. Dollar Tree sells a lot of seasonal and discretionary items, think wrapping paper and toys, typically in suburban strip malls. The Family Dollar chain.
Okay, I want you guys to take a look at the map, at the layout of the map. Like I was saying, These is in typically more rural areas. In my opinion, like I said, I think they need to lean into that more family, community oriented kind of direction that they can go with the business if they want to keep this afloat. But I mean, they bringing in billions of dollars of revenue, so they're not completely out of there yet, but we'll see.
Which the company acquired in 2015 for $9 billion, is generally found in more urban areas. Meanwhile, Dollar General focuses on a primarily rural customer base.
The roots of dollar stores were in rural America, outer suburbs of metro markets. It was sort of the places where there wasn't sort of a big established value retail presence.
Rural areas and
A
suburbs.
key thing to understand about dollar stores is that their main goal is to be an affordable place to shop with whatever set budget you have. Not necessarily the best value for your money. For example, this box of 15 dryer sheets is $1.25. It's a better quote-unquote deal to go up the road to Target and get a box of 240 of them for $10. But if $10 is your entire budget for the trip to the store, it makes more sense to go to the dollar store. On the outside, these types of stores...
And if you can't have the best deal and the best value, what do you then lean into, right? Because on the flip side of this, you have a Sam's or a Costco where if you walk in there, you gonna spend, if you breathe too hard, you're gonna spend $300 if you in Costco. I'll stay shopping at Costco. But I can go to Costco once a month at the beginning of the month and have more than enough of my items for the entire month. So in the long run, I end up spending less money than I would if I went back to the store, back to Walmart or HEB once a week, right? So we have to kind of innovate. Now that, inflation is going where it's going and everything is not $1 in the dollar store, what are we going to do? What are the next steps?
May not look so bad. From 2019 to 2023, sales have increased by about 30% for Dollar Tree and about 40% for Dollar General. In the same time period, these companies have added over 5,000 stores. New stores will naturally increase revenues, but that can mask slow sales growth at existing locations.
The companies can say, well, we're still growing revenues nicely. Both companies are saying they're taking market share. And these are all true statements, but when you really drill down to where you're taking share, like at a per store basis, and that's where you would suggest that perhaps.
Something that I'll also add, right? I may make a video about this. I probably will make a video about this, depending on how it's doing in the news. But Amazon is developing a new AI. I believe it's called Nova. So the question is, in the future going forward, how efficient is online shopping gonna start to be? If I'm shopping on Amazon, are we eventually gonna get to a point to where Amazon has like a dollar section, like a budget section, right? They already have, I believe, like a deal of the day section or something on Amazon. I don't live on Amazon, so I'm not fully aware. But the question is, as online shopping becomes more efficient, as we start to get Amazon warehouses popping up everywhere around the nation, eventually Amazon is going to be able to service every part of the nation. So the question is online shopping, the companies that are leaning into AI, are they eventually going to start outpacing your neighborhood, dollar store, or even something like a Brookshire Brothers? Y'all probably don't even know what Brookshire Brothers is. I'm in Texas. There's a lot of small Brookshire Brothers in these more rural cities that might not necessarily have like a Walmart or a Whole Foods or a Kroger or a HEB or something. So again, the question is I'm looking at this from the perspective of what can Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, and Dollar General do to innovate to start keeping up?
They are, that they're losing some share.
High inflationary times disproportionately affect lower income consumers. Dollar General's core customer base, which is households earning less than $35,000 per year,
basically people in poverty,
about 60% of its overall sales.
We're in a strange time where the jobs market is still relatively strong, and that means middle and upper income households don't feel that same level of pressure to turn to a different store or to shop dramatically different than their everyday habits. At the same time, the core customer, those lower income customers that rely on dollar stores, are getting even more selective and are tending to buy needs versus wants. Things like food that just tend to be lower margin.
Lower margin means they are less profitable, but food and household items have become increasingly important to the dollar store customer. In its 2024 second quarter earnings call, Dollar General said it's decreased its non-consumable inventory by 13% versus last year.
Okay, this is not bad. Especially in today's current climate where people are talking about a lot of these tariffs and if that's going to have effect on everyday household items, on food, is that going to be passed off to the consumer? We're starting to see the dollar stores lean into a little bit more of like becoming that neighborhood small grocery store. That might be a direction that works well for them, but let's see.
The effect of inflation is also apparent at Dollar Tree stores whose long differentiated strategy was a store-wide $1 price point. In 2021, that changed.
Even if you just take a step back and you think about
not a dollar anymore, exactly,
around a retail box where everything is $1, and if you have 8 items in your basket, it's going to cost you $8. And now you move to $1.25. It reduces some of that magic overall, and it sounds silly, but it confuses the shopping experience, makes it a little more complex.
I'm not going to say it necessarily confuses the shopping experience. It's just crazy to see. Like, I'm 23, right? Like, I've just now been living long enough to see things like a bag of Chester's hot fries go from being $2 to like $2.70. You know what I'm saying? So just, I don't know. It's just crazy to see, like, when you walk in the store, especially if you old for real. Like, my grandparents is like in their 70s. You know what I'm saying? When they was growing up, they can tell me about like going to the store and buying pieces of candy for a nickel or a dime. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's confusing the shopping experience. I wouldn't go to that lengths because y'all just said that the demographic that dollar stores are serving is basically people that are close to, if not below, the poverty line, and that is like 60% of their revenue. So you're still keeping your same target demographic of customers, but the experience is changing with the times.
Some of the dollar store's lackluster financial results can be pointed to the conditions of its physical.
Man, look at that. Look at the stove, man. Look at the aisles. This is insane. Now, I can attest to it. I can confirm this because in my hometown, it's dollar stores everywhere. It's a more rural area. There's really no dollar stores where I'm at now. But this is usually how the dollar store looks, and it's because there's almost always only one person working in there, and they ain't really worried about, you know what I'm saying, the state of the store, because everything is supposed to be cheap. It's supposed to, the priority within the store is supposed to be the deal that you getting. It's not supposed to be the state of the store and the actual customer service, and that's where I think they're going wrong. Because with inflation starting to hit these stores, starting to hit everywhere around the United States of America, I think that you can't neglect the customer experience or customer service side of your business any longer, no matter what industry you in.
Stores.
It's just a less desirable place to shop. I mean, the whole idea is the dollar stores are convenient, but if you go there and there's only one cash register open and there's 8 people in line, it takes 10 minutes to check out.
It's always only one person working in the dollar store.
Or sometimes there's boxes in the aisles you can't even get down the aisle because it's blocked.
So my stock room is literally overflowed and look like this.
So tell me, does your Dollar General look like this?
Customers notice when a company is...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here, but I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below. Engage in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? If you disagree with everything I said in this video, I want you to challenge me in the comments below and change my perspective. If you enjoyed today's topic and you need help organizing your finances, I want to invite you to work with me one-on-one by clicking the coaching link in the description of this video. Keep watching and I'll tell you why this coaching will be such a big benefit to you at an affordable price. If you're like me, nobody ever really talked to you about money growing up. My curiosity led me to start studying personal finance at 16 years old. And by 23 years old, I had finished college while minimizing my student loan and consumer debt, had hit my first $10,000 month as an entrepreneur, had won an international business pitch competition, had completed the Ramsey Solutions financial coaching program, and had already mentored many of my peers to financial success at a young age. You'll walk away from our session with a fresh and healthy view of your finances, as well as an action plan for financial success within the next 2 to 5 years of your life. So go ahead and click the coaching link in the description of the video, and I can't wait to speak to you on our first session.